In a world of experts and influencers, it's not these guys. They lived it.
They didn't mean to do it.
From Winchester to the outer limits of your memory, they've gone global. It's nostalgia, nonsense, and a side of bacon. Warning, side effects may include yelling at your phone, flashbacks to your best memories, and sudden cravings for bacon. This is Slice of Life with Jay and Rich.
Welcome to our 6th Slice of Life podcast. Today's topic, 70s and 80s Saturday morning cartoons. I've been looking forward to this one, Rich. I've loved all the ones we've done, all 5. I think I've been looking more forward to this one than any of the others.
Love, 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 love. Yeah, how many hours did we waste of our lives watching cartoons?
Oh, they weren't wasted. we gleaned something from every cartoon we watched back then, which we'll touch on that later. But those were great times. But hey, there's so much. We were just saying that this could be, we're trying to keep this one short and make your time worth your while.
Good luck with that.
I know. We were saying we could go 4 or 5 hours on this topic. So we're going to condense it and give you just the best of what we've come up with. But before we get going, we want to give a shout out. Remember last time, Rich, we had cracked the top 200 podcasts in Korea and Vietnam?
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's spread now. We want to give a special shout out.
We're like a virus. Wait a minute. It's supposed to be viral, right?
Well, I think either can apply here. We want to give it a shout out to all of our new followers. You ready for this, Rich? From the Philippines, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Germany, Japan, and Sweden.
Yeah, baby.
We're international, baby.
We are truly international. To all the 3 folks that keep moving around to those countries, thank you for listening.
And keep moving to make us look better here.
How many more continents and countries can you visit?
So Saturday morning cartoons, Rich. Though you and I know we're both fans of these, as is almost anybody I've ever talked to. This is part of growing up back then, because back then cartoons were only available on Saturday mornings. They weren't. Right. There wasn't a Cartoon Network. There wasn't this way to watch them at any time except Saturday morning. You had to carve out that time from 6 a.m.
What else were you doing though?
You can go out and play with your friends, I guess. I guess you had to have friends for that. But 6 to 11, that was it. Those straight, nonstop cartoons. You got your bowl of cereal, sit there with your TV tray in front of you. It was fantastic. Did you have a favorite cartoon that you watched?
There's so many, because it's kind of like moods. You'd go through, and then of course they replayed, because there wasn't a lot of the episodes. They might have done 12 episodes of a cartoon. So over a year. But anyway, obviously, the Flintstones were big. Yeah. The Jetsons. Yep. Of course, we talked about it before. Hanna-Barbera kind of ruled that era of TVs. But here's one of my favorites. I used to like Spider-Man.
No, which one? Spider-Man by himself? Or do you remember Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends?
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, that was even better.
Oh, was it?
So you like the one with the cool theme song. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Does whatever a spider can.
Yep.
Oh, we charge extra for our singing.
That one came on super early, if I remember.
It did.
Yeah.
And here, I got a great story for you. Well, I said, let me paint this picture with crayons. And I only got 3 crayons in my box, and one of them is white.
We're ready.
So that's the most useless crayon there is, white, unless you're on a different colored paper. That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, we're doing crayons of the 70s and 80s in our next podcast.
Yeah, remember the 64 box?
Oh, man, I couldn't afford that one. But it also had the sharpener.
In the back.
That one had all the cool colors, like indigo red, and all the
I would always break them and then start eating them.
Oh my gosh, that explains so much. Well, dude, we're in 5 minutes. We're already off track.
Yeah,
back to cartoons here.
So, we all had our rituals growing up. You'd get up and you'd be starving to death because, you didn't eat, or you probably did the night before, but the morning anyway.
You don't midnight snack like we do as adults.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, you didn't. You got yelled at.
Right, exactly. You weren't allowed.
But
that's why we were skinny back then, too. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you're skinny now. I'm trying to get skinnier. Anyway, so I get up in the morning, And of course, I got up before everybody else. And you turn the TV on, and of course, the TVs, if everybody remembers, they had to warm up. They just didn't come on like they do now.
Right.
You know, you turn your knob, you flip your channel around, and I don't remember what channel they were. Probably channel 5 here in the Virginia area.
Okay.
But anyway, so I get up, I turn it on, and I used to go out and get my cereal. I'd get a big old bowl. And I haven't seen this in the store lately, but I used to eat Life cereal.
Oh, yeah, it's still around.
I fear to sell, but I haven't. Yeah, Mikey.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in the aisle. But maybe I'm just not looking for it either.
Yeah,
I'm
shame
still,
on you.
I'm still looking for Captain Crunch.
No, yeah. Oh, they still have that too.
Oh, Captain Crunch. Yeah. I'm just now recovering from the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Of the cuts.
We have to put milk on it, Rich.
Oh, you're not supposed to eat them like popcorn. So I sit down, and I used to put sugar. I mean, like 3 spoonfuls of sugar all over my cereal.
It already had enough sugar on it. Oh,
come on!
I know. You can never have too much.
What about like 7?
Yeah, I got you.
You know, so,
and no one else is up, so no one's there to stop you from doing it.
Yeah, I was left unsupervised.
Again, explains so much.
So I get down, and I don't know what you call the seating position where you're sitting on your knees, but your legs are folded back behind you.
Can you do that now? That hurts me just thinking about that position now.
But sitting there, and I'm like, I know, like most kids, and my grandparents used to yell at me, so you're going to go blind, because I'm sitting like my eyes are within like inches of the TV screen. So I'm getting ready to watch Spider-Man, right? And I got my bowl of Life cereal with sugar all over it. And I'm sitting there, and a lady comes on, and she goes, and now we were getting ready to go to Spider-Man. Oh. And I was like, it's Spider-Man.
She didn't even know how to pronounce it.
I'm serious. So that was. Yeah,
it's not his last name, you know.
Yeah, and I was upset with that. Still today.
Yeah, but I don't blame you.
So I'm sitting there, and it comes on right, and he's shooting his webs, and the song is on it. We just tried to sing, and I get down to my bowl of cereal with my spoon, and you know how you hold it, you know, with a fist.
Yeah.
And shove it in your mouth. And I'm watching him go through, and as soon as it hits my mouth, I'm spitting it back out because I had put salt all over my cereal.
Oh, disgusting.
It was horrible.
Oh,
and that's why it's a memory.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, this is nasty.
You never said it was a good memory.
No. Oh. And then I remember going to the sink. I dumped the whole bowl out. I'm missing the cartoon.
Oh, yeah, you can't pause it back there.
Yeah, there's no pause. And then I just dumped it in the sink, right? So then I get another bowl and I eat it. And as a kid, you forget whatever's happening.
Right.
And then my mom gets up, and there's a bowl of Life cereal in the sink, just sitting there. You know, I used the same bowl, but I just dumped it in the sink. So anyway.
Oh, so I'm glad that didn't have negative connotations, or didn't transfer over to you having bad memories of cartoons or anything like that.
No. Just that lady.
That lady.
And Life cereal. I haven't eaten it since.
Wow.
No, I did. I ate it right after that.
Right after that, but that was the last time.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Mikey ate it.
Mikey liked it.
Yeah, he did. Mikey hates everything. I just remember that commercial. They tried to bring that back.
With him as an adult, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it played.
Remember the old urban legend that Mikey ate Pop Rocks, mixed Pop Rocks and Coke and died?
Yeah. Untrue.
But so my memories of watching cartoons, I had a beanbag chair. And I would get in the beanbag chair, sit Indian style, and had a little Incredible Hulk.
Do that now?
No. All of this is just a distant memory. And put a little Incredible Hulk TV tray there. and I had my bowl of cereal there and would watch cartoons for 5 hours straight. Loved it.
5 hours?
6 to 11. That was usually the thing. But remember, and you know what a huge pro wrestling fan I am today. Mm-hmm. Back then, though, I hated pro wrestling because at 11 a.m. it would come on, and that meant the end of cartoons.
Oh.
And that meant for the week. We had to wait till next Saturday to start watching them again.
Yeah.
So that was always a downer for me.
Yeah, like you said, there's cartoons like 24/7, but they're so, I mean, some of the cartoons today, I was like,
I know. It's passed us by. It's cartoons a young man's game now. But so Spider-Man was your favorite one to watch on Saturday mornings?
Well, of course, you didn't have much choice because whatever the program was, you ended up watching it. But I do remember getting up and whatever the next cartoon was, if I didn't watch it that much, I'd just go play with my electric football game.
There you go.
And then come back.
Guys vibrate around.
Yeah.
But remember, it was like 3 channels, like NBC, ABC, and CBS. And if you didn't like the next, every 30 minutes was a new cartoon. If you didn't like it, you just had your pick, TV guide, and flip around. But there was always something there. You had a favorite out of 3, whatever was going on at the time.
Yeah, some of the ones that, of course, in the 70s were Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites. Do you remember when they started bringing? It was good. I mean, it went through different phases, right? I loved the original, but then I also loved just as much when they started bringing in guest stars.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like Don Knotts. They're the most random guest stars. Don Knotts. One time they brought in Mama Cass from the Mamas and Papas.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, yeah. Who else did they bring in? Don Adams, the guy that played Get Smart.
Yeah. I remember him.
And the Globetrotters.
Right.
Batman and Robin.
I remember the Globetrotters because that actually, they ended up with their own cartoon at one time.
They did. That was a great cartoon, too.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mr. T got his own cartoon?
He did.
Mr. T, and he was like a gymnastics coach. And he like coached a little gymnastics team. They all wore their matching gymnastics sweats. And they would go around. This was the big thing in the 70s and 80s. And they would go around, besides competing in gymnastic meets, they would also solve crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody solved crimes back then.
I wish they need to bring those cartoons back.
That was a good message back then, right?
That's right.
Right versus wrong. Do what's right. Thwart the bad guys.
Yeah. So, I don't want to go down that road of saying bad people out there watching cartoons to know how to get around the.
Well, no, they always got caught. The good guys would always
into cartoons.
The cartoons, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It should be a cautionary tale for the bad guys watching those.
Yeah. So and of course Scooby-Doo. What were the characters of Scooby-Doo? It was
you
Fred.
Really think you're going to stump y'all? Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, Scooby. We can go off. Scrappy, Scooby-Dum.
Scooby-Dum.
Yeah, that's right. I like Scooby. We've said before. We're not going to dwell on it.
No.
Scrappy gets enough hate, and rightfully so. But I did like Scooby-Dum though.
Scooby-Dum.
He was the gray dog, cousins with Scooby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he showed up maybe once in a while. He was like the cousin Oliver from Brady Bunch. He wasn't on a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm going to throw something at you. I hope you probably don't know this.
Okay.
If you do, I'm going to be super surprised.
Okay.
So they had a spinoff of Scooby-Doo. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah,
we're not even into trivia yet.
I remember one. Was it the one where was it just Daphne and Scrappy and Scooby?
Oh, no. This was like a whole new cast.
Oh.
It's like, a cast of characters.
No. Who?
Goober and the Ghost Chasers.
I remember. I didn't know that was a spinoff.
Yeah. See, it wasn't I shouldn't say
Goober
it was a
looked
spinoff.
kind of just like Shaggy, right?
Well, and the dog. Remember the dog? The dog was a cross between Shaggy and Scooby.
Okay.
And Hanna-Barbera came up with this thing. It's like, we're talking about mystery. Said, we had great success with Scooby-Doo, so they wanted to come out with Goober and the Ghost Chasers. So, and they did the same thing, but where Scooby and those guys did what they did. Did they do Supernatural?
No, they always ripped the mask off at the end.
Yeah.
Remember?
Then the Ghost Chasers were actually
these were real ghosts.
Yeah, these were ghosts.
Oh, see,
hence the name Ghost Chasers, Rich.
Oh, well, okay, okay, that one slipped by me.
So anyway, the characters were Ted and Tina. They were reporters, and they had a photographer named Jilly.
Okay.
Jilly? Yeah, it was Jilly. Or Gilly.
And what was the dog?
He was Goober.
That was Goober.
Yeah,
okay,
that was Goober.
Okay. And the rest were the Ghost Chasers.
Yeah.
It's all coming together and it's all making sense now.
So apparently it was a big hit. Because
apparently. You know what? I'm actually going to try to find that later today and see if I can watch some episodes.
But it was. I do remember seeing like 2 or 3 episodes, and that was. I was like, this is not. Yeah.
Okay.
Bring back Scooby.
Yeah, it was like it sounds like a poor man's Scooby-Doo, but I do like the idea that they were real ghosts. It wasn't just ripping the mask off of old man Henderson at the end of the episode.
Yeah, it was probably the writers were there. His name was probably Rich, and he probably said, "Hey, I have a great idea. Let's do another podcast called The Life of Slice." Something totally bizarre like doesn't work. Like, oh yeah, that's really great.
but things seemed to work back then. So hey,
it's not working today.
Hanna-Barbera couldn't. They it felt like they could do no wrong back then. Everything they put out there was at least watchable.
Yeah, could you imagine being with the group of people who created and
how much fun would
made
that
the
be?
drawings?
Do you remember when they put them all together at the very end? They had so many characters. Do you remember the Laugh Olympics?
Yes.
That to me, that was just, I don't know if it got any better than that. I love that because you never knew which team was going to win. I mean,
right.
Even the really rottens cheated and didn't get caught and pulled out some wins now and then.
Yeah. Well, they kind of tried to make it inclusive.
Yeah. I guess
But it is, the bad, the bad, characters and whatever.
Yeah,
they got to throw them a bone every once in a while.
Muttley and
because otherwise they go
Dastardly.
I'm like, weren't they the part of the Wacky Racers too?
I think they were. Yeah, they all run
Muttley
together.
was always the one went.
Yeah, the Wacky Racers was kind of that was Muttley. But I think the Wacky Racers, that was all just races where the Laugh Olympics were different events. Yeah, okay.
But it's kind of funny they were in two different commercials and we would commercials, cartoons, but they would be like, you knew where they were from, but you didn't even give it a second thought.
No. It was just, there was, how they have like the Marvel universe now. That was the first real universe. All these guys just crossed over into different cartoons with each other. And
so here's one.
Okay.
It aired in 1969.
Oh, we can't use that. That's not 70s or 80s.
Well, it didn't hit
did
the
it bleed
airwaves
over into
until
70s? Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Dude, Pink Panther was so smooth.
He never spoke.
No, he didn't have to. He was that cool.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot, man. He was good.
Yeah, the Pink Panther. It actually, that was aired from 60. Actually, it was aired from 60 to 66, but still, 69 to I think it was early 70s.
That's when
there wasn't a lot of them.
No, but that's when it had the super short, bumbling detective trying to catch wasn't there a detective in that with him?
I don't remember. Did it have a detective in it? The inspector.
The inspector. Yes.
Yeah.
Super short, kind of a big nose. That guy was funny too. That guy was underrated. The aardvark. Yes.
The ant and the aardvark.
I do remember those guys. Yep, they were good.
Actually, I think the voice that did the ant and the aardvark, or the aardvark,
Sid Caesar.
Voice, was it Sid Caesar?
It sounded like Sid Caesar.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I was thinking it was the dad.
If anybody knows and we're wrong, let us know.
Okay. Yeah.
Since he was also the dad on the two dogs, right?
Well, I was thinking it was a
That's
TV
my
show.
boy. Remember those two dogs?
Well, Mel Blanc did a bunch of the voices.
Oh yeah, he was.
I don't think he was in the Pink Panther, but here's one going back. We'll go back to the Scooby-Doo type was Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, I like those guys. Josie and the Pussy. There's a whole bunch like those. There's also, and they went and solved mysteries. Remember Jabberjaws?
Yeah.
They went and solved mysteries.
It's actually kind of funny, as I wrote them down as an extra.
Yeah, they made the cut. Remember Speed Buggy?
Oh, Speed Buggy.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
And everyone had,
it was like
the same motto, or the same blueprint. It was like a character looked like Fred,
right?
A character looked like Shaggy, then a character looked like Daphne, and then either a car or a giant shark or whatever the case may be was the Scooby.
Yeah, so
but they were all good.
Yep, Speed Racer. That's a whole different.
That's another great one though.
Yeah, no,
Racer X.
Racer X.
Chim Chim.
I'm getting all my cartoons confused. They're all flooding into my brain at one time.
I love every second of it.
But that cartoon what was the movie they just did a few years ago that was very popular?
Can you narrow it down a little bit?
It was a racing movie, and everybody was getting the car, and then, the guy's name that did the tow truck, and it was Tater.
Oh,
Tater
Cars.
Yeah, Cars. Thank
Cars,
you. But what was the car's name? We're getting off.
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah. Was it Lightning McQueen? Anyway, but don't you think that cartoon back in the 70s, Speed Buggy, resembles a lot of the cartoon movie?
Yeah, I can see that.
Some of the same
something to base it off of,
except for they didn't, solve, mysteries or.
Yeah. That's the only thing that was missing there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's how we all have our own perceptions of when you see something, you go like, that's not new. It was entertaining.
That's right.
But it was not a Saturday morning cartoon.
No.
So Josie and the Pussycat. Oh, here's one. Hey.
Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so great.
Oh, isn't it good?
I love Fat Albert. Which one was your favorite Cosby Kid? Do you have a favorite?
Oh, Mushmouth.
Mushmouth was good. That's a strong choice.
I could never understand what he was saying.
Mushmouth was so cool. Yeah. I like Rudy. Remember Rudy?
Yeah.
He was always the one that was, it was always the one that Russell was yelling at. He was always the one that would say something like, man, you're like school at night.
Right.
No class.
That was where I got a lot of my jokes.
Loved Fat Albert.
That was a good one. I don't know how many episodes they did of Fat Albert.
They ran a couple seasons. To this day, the Halloween special is it's probably my favorite Halloween special of all time. You remember that one?
Yeah.
They thought it was a haunted house, but it turns out it was just a lonely old lady. And once they gave her a chance, she had them all in for a bunch of candy. It was great. And then Mushmouth stole their candy. We did a whole episode just on that. Yeah,
Mushmouth.
Not Mushmouth, Mudfoot.
Yeah.
Mudfoot. Sorry. Yeah.
I wonder where he came up with those names. I'm sure he's done
they were so good.
Bill Cosby's done a interview on that information. But here's one of my favorites. Scatman Crothers did the voice.
Wait.
And he was like,
"Is this?"
And it was Kung Fu.
Hong Kong Phooey. I love
Hong Kong Phooey.
I got a Hong Kong Phooey T-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, should have worn it for this. The Hong Kong Phooey.
You wore your Pokemon one.
That was that was such a great. I as a kid, nothing excited me more than watching him. He's the one that jumped into that file cabinet to change.
Right.
Yeah. And the cat was really the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was an awesome cartoon, and that was for most people, of course, our age. We probably know Scatman Crothers, but
yeah,
he was. This was just one of those cool cartoons. His voice, the way they did it,
and I like it. He was one of those characters too that just. I'm not going to say he was cocky. He just exuded so much confidence you couldn't help but get behind this guy.
Yeah,
and love Hong Kong Phooey.
It was Scatman.
It was Scatman.
Scatman, baby. With some martial arts mayhem.
I love it.
How about that?
I like that. Rhyme it.
I'm a rhymer. I'm a rhymer. Oh, this is we'll go into one of yours.
Okay.
Super Friend.
You know, Rich, there's barbecue, and then there's Gigs Barbecue.
Oh, man, Gigs isn't just food. It's an experience. Slow smoked, tender, and packed with flavor.
Every bite tastes like it's been made just for you. Ribs, pulled pork, brisket, whatever you're craving.
And let's not forget the sauces. Gigs has the whole lineup that'll take your buds on a road trip. Sweet, tangy, spicy, Bella's dry rub.
You'll smell it before you see it. That's Hogzilla, Gigs' legendary smoker rolling out clouds of flavor.
So do yourself a flavor. Bring your family, friends, or just bring your appetite.
And head to Gigs Barbecue at 855 Bloomery Pike in Augusta, West Virginia.
Yeah, just follow the smoke from Hogzilla.
Gigs Barbecue. Come hungry, leave happy. Not probably, my all-time favorite one.
Super Friends.
Super Friends. I mean, because that went through a lot of different iterations as well. Started out with just a few of them, then they put more people into it. But I used to love the narrator. Remember, they would be doing something, and they'd come in and say, "Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice." Oh, It was so great. Because they had the original cast was Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Remember, then they added the who were the Zan and Jaina, the Wonder Twins with Gleek.
Oh yes, yeah.
When they touch it, he could turn into anything. Water, she could turn into an animal, I think, and Gleek was just there for comic relief. But they were great. Then they started adding more characters towards the end. They brought in like all kinds of. Apparently, I just read this not too long ago on something. This was early '80s. Apparently, they were getting backlash. They needed more diversity on there, so they brought in Apache Chief.
Oh,
that guy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They brought in I can't remember his name. He was an Asian guy. He was like a tornado from the bottom down.
Yeah. He could go around really fast.
Yes. Yep. And Black Adam. They brought in the guy.
Black Adam.
I think The Rock just did a movie on that guy not too long ago.
Did.
So I loved all these characters. Each one brought something new to it. It was just fun because after a while, as much as I loved it, okay, we know what Superman does. We know what Batman and Robin. To bring in these new guys, it was so fun to watch the team grow, right?
Yeah. But that one actually had the theme, though, of not just being the superheroes, but
the Super Friends.
Super Friends. It was Super Friends. Sorry, Jay.
They were great. I can't get enough of those guys.
What that called us.
I'm sorry.
No,
you
go
get
ahead.
me excited. But remember, then they brought in the Legion of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
All the bad guys. Maybe they lived in the swamp.
There was also the Legion of Doom wrestlers.
Oh, they got that from the Legion of Doom, the original ones. See, everything originated from Saturday mornings. We're starting to discover here. Yeah, the Road Warriors. They took that from.
Yeah, we talked about before we started the podcast of what kind of life lessons.
Yeah.
Did we learn from the and some of them we may not have actually had a lesson, but they're still part of us today.
Well, when you think about it, you compare
influence.
You're right. When you compare the two, like today, if you watch cartoons today, I feel like they're strictly there for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
They make you laugh. They, whatever. You watch the cartoons that we grew up with, the ones we're talking about from the 70s and 80s, and there are life lessons in there. There's a moment of not seriousness, but not as much levity when they bring a point home, or even a lot of them like G.I. Joe or the Super Friends, they would have the PSA at the end.
Right.
Something specifically say, hey, how about this? I remember one of my favorite ones to watch was this was Super Friends, and there was a Little League game playing, and Superman was just there hanging out with the kids, watching them play. And this one Little League kid was smoking a cigarette.
Oh, really?
I was like, so Superman's going to tell this guy, to put out a cigarette, but Superman let it go. So then the kid came up to the plate to have his at bat in the baseball game. And I'm like, well, this kid's going to strike out. They're going to say smoking is bad.
Right.
When this kid rattles off a nice shot into the outfield, I'm like, so he's running to first base, and all of a sudden his lungs can't take it, and he collapses. So then Superman swoops in and says, this is from smoking. This is what smoking does to your lungs. And he's like, thanks, Superman. I'm never going to smoke again.
Right. Well, we all know the damage has been done now.
Yeah. I was like, dude, if you can't make it to first base, how many packs is this kid smoking a day at this point?
I've never smoked, but I couldn't get to first base on a lot of things. But anyway,
trying to
gosh,
keep this
it was
PG
like,
here.
They should have called me slow mo. I played baseball, but
you get to first base, it just took a while.
Yeah. It's like I had to hit a triple just to get to first base.
I like that.
But yeah, so that cartoon, actually, there was a lot thing about teamwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a good life lesson.
Yeah. Especially all those ones we're talking about.
Because Superman didn't do all of it.
No. And as soon as somebody drops some kryptonite, then you better hope that, Batman or Aquaman or Wonder Woman are going to pick up some slack here, right?
What's that green rock there?
Yeah. You think
What's wrong with you, Superman?
Yeah. But you're right. It is teamwork, and not just on the Super Friends, but on any of these teams of crime fighters that we've talked about. Everybody has their role to play, right? And looking back, if you watch these again, the writers do such a good job with the subtext here that each person does play a role, even if it's minor. They need to contribute in order for them to get the bad guy. Yeah, everybody's significant. I love that.
Yeah, we don't know it then, but we obviously, we don't know it until you start investigating and researching and looking at what your memories were, and so, oh yeah, that's what that means.
I thought you were going to say until you start investigating crimes on your own. I was like, no, we don't. but you're right. A lot of that I think we took in. It was we were either consciously or probably most of it was unconsciously realizing that, hey, Shaggy's here for comic relief, but he does add something. He does do something to help at the end. So it's just great that everybody played their role. And like I think the key word you dropped is significance, right?
Yeah, I think everybody, you're right. We see it a lot where people are, I wouldn't say discarded, but they're not given much thought.
Right.
People who might be cleaning your office.
Yep.
For me, that's me. So
you have to remind yourself that you're significant.
Yeah. But, whether you're the president of something or a janitor, cleaning, whatever you want to call, everybody has a role to play.
Yep.
And anyway, cartoons.
Needed.
Yes.
Yep.
So here's one. Let's go back to this. This is actually one of I used to rush home from school and watch these.
Okay.
I don't think they were so much a cartoon. Obviously, it was a cartoon, but not an entertainment in the sense that we think of in general, but Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh my gosh! I thought that was Saturday morning.
I just remember when I started watching it. Well, they would come on probably. Yes, they did. They came on in little snippets.
That's right, between the real
between
cartoons.
the cartoons.
Yeah.
But I remember coming home from school, and they would be on there. Like it had to be mid-afternoon.
Okay.
4 o'clock.
School. Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Well, I thought you were going with this, and this isn't cartoon, so I'll keep it brief, and maybe we jump on this another episode. Do you remember Croft Superstars?
I don't.
They're the ones that did. You would show up. For me, it was getting home at from elementary school at 3 p.m. and they had 10 different half-hour episodes. You would get any 2 random ones, but they're the ones that did Land of the Lost.
Oh, I do. Yeah, okay. I
Dr.
didn't know that
Shrinker,
that was yeah.
HR Puffin stuff, the Boogaloos, all those type of things.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I thought you were going.
Yeah.
But back to cartoons. I digress.
Yeah, they were actually they were shows.
They weren't animated. Yeah. No.
But Schoolhouse Rock. I mean, how many times? I'm just a Bill.
Oh yeah, that taught me more about our government than anything I learned.
Yeah.
I had great teachers. I just didn't pay attention, but I learned more from that than anything.
So conjunction junction.
What's your function? Yep.
So many different. Those was really. They taught you really valuable lessons.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been rebooted by now. If they have, maybe they have it. I just don't know about it.
I don't know.
It was such a great learning tool.
They tried to bring them back, but they were bringing back the old cartoon.
Bring back the old ones. They're still relevant.
But I don't think it was resonating with the kids today. I mean, I'd sit and watch them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've pulled them up on my phone, and I'll be sitting there, and I'll show Betty, the wife, and go, remember this? And she'll just eye roll me out of the room.
It was interesting. I saw, I forget, it was the latest Spider-Man movie. The latest Marvel movie. At the end, and the Spider-Man movie had all 3 Spider-Mans to the different things. But at the end, the end song they played was a super techno rap version of remember the number 3?
Yeah.
The 3 is a magic number.
Yeah, 3 is a magic number.
They redid that song. That's the song that plays at the end during the end credits. Yeah. Because it was playing. I'm like, wait a minute, kids were getting, I'm like, wait a minute. I said, I know the song somehow. Then it hit me about halfway through it.
Yeah. So it's kind of, at first I thought you were going to say they were doing, what was it, Bachman Turner Overdrive? 1 is the loneliest number.
Oh, no. No. Much cooler than that one.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's go. We actually mentioned Speed Buggy. Did you mention Jabberjaw?
Yeah, did mention Jabberjaw.
Yeah, Jabberjaw.
Yeah, Jabberjaw was cool. One. I liked him.
We did mention Speed Racer.
Yeah, so cool.
Chim Chim.
Chim Chim was
Pops.
The best. Yeah.
I always thought it would be cool. I remember sitting one time talking with my grandfather about how come nobody ever makes a car that can actually do what the Mach 5 would do.
How sweet was that ride?
He'd hit the built-in jacks. He could fly over other people.
Yeah.
And I love the thing because that was anime.
Yes.
And
that was our first
slow
introduction
motion.
to anime.
Yeah, it was kind of slow motion, but was the same image of him just going, oh.
Yeah. How did that guy not win every race with all the stuff he did? Now, what was the big twist at the end? Was Racer X his brother?
Yeah, that was his brother.
That was okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I always wanted to have a talk with Pops.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on there, Pops?
Yeah, we don't need to dive into all that.
How'd you let him, and why did you never tell, Speed that was his brother?
There's some answers we just never got to that one. We need closure.
But remember he would be driving so fast and whatever, and then the blades would come out of the front.
Yeah.
And he would cut trees down.
You do it all.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
So I thought, hey, here's one that I watched a little bit. It was still in the anime. Was Kimba, the White Lion?
I have no recollection of that one.
Yeah, that was actually was.
Yeah,
in the
there
same
it is. You stumped me. It only took a little while. You finally stumped me. I've never heard of that one.
Kimba the White Lion. Here, I'm going to go way back. This is not in the 70s, but this is actually one of my was one of my favorites as a kid. Was the Mighty Hercules. Do you remember the Mighty Hercules?
I don't know if I do or man.
And he
2
had,
in a row. I'm starting to embarrass myself here.
It was you're certainly 80s, so I have a few years.
I
on
still
you.
like the way
He would actually come up, and when he had the strength of 10 men, he'd put a ring on.
Oh.
And then the song would play, and and he had centaurs were his sidekicks, Newt and Toot.
What?
And, yeah,
I gotta watch this. I'm already sold.
And Toot, because it's kind of cool, is Toot couldn't talk. So he would play I'll say it, a flute. It's probably not a flute, but he would just make noises. And then Newt would he would double talk. He would say, "Herk, herk." Everything was
everything 2 times.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And
like that guy at the beginning of Goodfellas. I gotta find.
You think
this
I'm
one,
funny?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've got to find this cartoon now.
So that actually aired in the early 60s.
Okay, I feel like that's more in the era with like but
I had
Sinbad and some of these other.
Oh yeah,
cartoons.
that's actually another one.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I did watch Sinbad, but I preferred Sinbad Jr. and his magic belt, because don't you remember he'd pull his belt. Now, he got the strength of 50 men.
So he could beat Hercules in a fight.
Oh, yeah, his dad. No, I was just kidding. Not his dad. Hercules was his dad. The mighty Hercules.
I got to find these.
But you're right. If it was like, but hopefully they were either 10 or 50 men. They didn't base that off. It said 10 ordinary men.
Oh, okay.
So if it was me, it would be more like they had the strength of like minus.
This ring is I've lost strength now. With no,
you need 10 of me to get you one.
Yeah, now I'm good. I don't need the ring.
But there's so many. Let's go here. How about Mighty Mouse?
You know what? We'll probably get calls. I know we'll probably get calls on this, but I hated Mighty Mouse.
Really?
I don't know. He wasn't as cool.
Hold on, turn this mic off.
Yeah, I see. I know. I was. I'm just. We said we'd be honest at all times with our audience. Mighty Mouse just never did it for me. He got beat up too much. He wasn't like Hong Kong Fooey. Hardly ever. I mean, I don't know.
He knew Kung Fu.
He knew Kung Fu, and he had the cat looking out for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Just not a fan.
What about Adam Ant?
He's okay.
Yeah,
he's better than Mighty Mouse.
He could hear things through his antenna.
Yeah. Yep.
And
he wasn't, I got nothing bad to say.
He had the
about
strength
Adam
of 10 ordinary ants.
What's the strength of all this? Everybody has the super strength now.
Yes, Adam Ant.
They either solved crimes with a team or they had super strength.
That's right. Oh, Popeye the Sailor.
One of my all-time favorites.
Best one. I loved the one where he did the Goonie Islands. They remember when they went to the land. I think it was Goonie Island. And their faces were long, and they had the big noses, and they had the hair wrapped around their arms.
No,
and they all just like lurch along.
That's a weird.
Yeah, and of course he had to save his dad.
Okay, this was a cartoon. This was like a 7-minute cartoon. One of the episodes.
It was probably It could have been an hour. They could have done a whole show.
Oh, okay. I missed that one. But, no, I like the black and whites. I like the color ones. It was just. So great, man. Yeah. And I think we've talked before. We both like Wimpy.
Wimpy, yes.
Wimpy.
What'd he say?
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a cheeseburger or a hamburger today.
Yeah. Gosh, who was Popeye's nemesis?
Bluto.
Yeah, Bluto.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Brutus?
There was a Brutus too.
It was a
Brutus. I don't know if he morphed into Bluto. I don't know. I think been clear
Popeye just must have cleaned his clock so much that they said we got to get.
Yeah, this guy just can't get it. This guy needs Hercules' ring to come back and. Now
he's been concussed.
There was also Sweet Pea. Now
that was Baby. Wasn't it?
So did Popeye and Olive Oil finally? I think this PG. Was it their baby?
I thought he was adopted.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows?
Well, yeah, another one of these. We never got closure on this one either.
And what was Jeep? Remember Jeep?
I don't know. That was just some made up weird. I don't know what species Jeep was.
Yeah,
but
and then he ended up having his own cartoon.
Jeep got a spinoff of his.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Her? I don't know what the thing is. It's
it had 2 episodes.
I didn't mind Jeep. Yeah, I didn't know what his purpose was, but
Jeep.
Do you remember the? This one was, I think it was late 70s, so it might fall in your realm. Do you remember the Herculoids?
Oh yeah. Leap and Glop.
Yes, those big blob things. Then they had like the pterodactyl and the rock thing. And,
sorry, folks.
Yeah. Rich quit listening about 2 minutes. He's just doing impressions over here by himself. Yeah, those guys were great. I love the Herculoids.
Oh yeah, they were. And that rhino that shot the stuff out of his head.
Yes, I forgot about that guy. Yeah. Those guys were cool.
And they had what was the big character? The big one that was really strong.
He was like a rock ape.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Almost like the Thing, but he couldn't talk. He was like a gorilla or an ape, so he couldn't talk.
But Gleep and Glop, and they could form into like the other cartoon we were talking about. They could form into different things.
Yes.
And but they had their own distinct sound, but they never spoke.
Were they like mother and son or something? I don't know what they were, but they were cool. They were actually my favorite ones in the.
Yeah, they were just Lloyds of the Hercules.
Yeah, they were like the Gleeps of that one.
But that was actually a cool one.
Yeah, loved Herculoids. They were cool.
And Squiddly Diddly.
Which one was Squiddly Diddly?
He was the octopus.
Oh, I had a bunch of okay, I do remember that guy. I do remember that guy.
Hanna-Barbera. He-Man and the Thundercats.
You said it like that was one cartoon.
Well, no, both of them.
Like Josie and the Pussycats or something. No, come on. We gotta give them each their flowers here. Yeah. Let's start with He-Man. He-Man, I loved it. I could have done without Orko.
Oh.
But I had all the figures by that point. So then the cartoon came out and kind of justified having the.
Can you do the He-Man?
I have the power. Oh yeah, I love He-Man.
Skeletor.
To this day, he's up there with Darth Vader. I think it was one of the most iconic bad guys of all time. Right. And then the Thundercats. See how cool were that? I got to watch them. I was home with the flu as a kid, and they debuted for the first time.
Right.
And I was like, well, this is cool. So I got in each day was like Monday was like the intro. Then you had to wait each day for another 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I faked being sick by like Wednesday. I was better, but I faked being sick, holding the thermometer. Remember the old trick by the lamp?
Mom, now you know.
Now the statute of limitations is done. I said, I have to see how this story ends. Because back then, if you never know when you're going to see this cartoon again.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to see how this ends. I have to see, does Mumra get out?
Then?
By that point, I don't know if we had one by that point or not.
I don't. Yeah.
Thundercat. Panthro was my favorite Thundercat, by the way.
See, I watched them, but they weren't part of my, Saturday morning
gotcha.
thing. But I do remember, they were cool. So the Thundercats, He-Man, my kids, to tell you how old I am, my kids loved it because they were watching it.
Nice.
Later on.
Yeah, it's both of those stood the test of time. They're watchable right now.
Yeah. Let's go back. We'll go back to Secret Squirrel. Remember him? Secret Squirrel.
The trench coat. Yeah. He was cool. I liked him.
That little guy would say his name like that.
Yeah, there's so many cool cartoons. I mean,
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Right, how have we just gotten to these guys?
Yeah,
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
But and of course, they were okay. But I tell you, some of my other favorites were the Hillbilly Bears.
Hillbilly Bears.
You don't remember the Hillbilly Bears?
I remember the Hair Bear Bunch.
No, the Hillbilly Bears. I'm pretty sure the Hillbilly Bears were the ones that didn't they walk? No. I'm getting them confused. Who were the bears that would walk around and one the dad would mumble? He'd be like, "Okay, Ma."
Yeah, I remember that. They didn't have. I feel like they were like almost like the Tex Avery. They would just come on like shorts now. I don't know if they had their own like 30-minute cartoon.
It was in the series with like Yogi Bear.
Okay.
But anyway, the Hillbilly Bears. I think it was Hillbilly Bears. Anyway, gosh. And Ma would always be yelling at Paul. Right. Come on, Paul.
I do remember them
folks,
now.
This is not.
I do remember them now. But you just mentioned Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
Do you remember, people either remember this or they have no clue what I'm talking about. Do you remember towards the end there of Hanna-Barbera's time was kind of winding down. The popularity was winding down. Do you remember they put all of their main characters on a flying arc?
I did. Yeah.
You remember that one?
There was T-shirts always, with it on there.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to get one because there was always a really good lesson at the end of one of those. They would deal with someone it was always a bad guy and he would seem good at first. And Yogi was always the one who would see through, kind of like Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. He would see through it first. Like I remember one was teaching them all greed. You should want more. One was teaching them to be envious of it. Right. And they all had to like learn that lesson at the end. It was one of the best cartoons, one of my favorite Hanna-Barberas of all time.
Yeah, and Yogi's Gang.
Yogi's Gang.
Yeah, Yogi's Gang. That came a little later, but
who was the pink?
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss, yes.
Snagglepuss.
He was one of the commentators during the Laugh Olympics. He didn't participate. He called the shots.
Huckleberry Hound.
Loved Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah, Huckleberry Hound. Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, remember his alter ego?
It was left. Oh no, I do, but
El Caban.
Yeah, El Caban. Yeah. That was so. They were so cheesy,
but it worked.
But they were so.
What also one? No, I'm thinking of Slowpoke, the Speedy Gonzalez's buddies. Those guys.
Yeah.
He was a super fast mouse. There was a super slow mouse. He even talked slow.
Right. Okay, Speed.
We haven't talked about yet is Droopy.
Droopy. Oh, Droopy Dog.
Yeah.
With the big floppy ears.
Yeah, those are some of the best ones too.
Yeah, so many cartoons, man. We could go for hours and hours, but Jay, we're getting close to time to wrap up.
Yeah. It's been fun. By the way, I have like 100 more cartoons we could be going on, but it's just, it is what it is. I think we've hit the top ones, the favorite ones.
We didn't even talk about the Flintstones. Oh, but we're going to end with Flintstones trivia.
I love it. I love it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to give you I'm just going to read it. Okay. When did the Flintstones debut?
There's no multiple choice this time. I'll guess.
I'll give you 73, 69, or 65, or 60. And that would be the 1900s.
73, 69, 60, 63.
Oh, you got that. 60.
1960?
Yeah, 1960.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
There was television back then?
Well, there was TV in the 50s. Nobody could have. Wow. Most people couldn't afford it until probably the 70s.
I'm off to a great start here. I always start slow.
It's because you are.
like slowpoke.
Which cartoon company created the Flintstones?
Hanna-Barbera.
Exactly.
How you threw me a softball on that one.
These are kind of really soft. Anybody who has watched this and, what was the name of Fred's boss?
Mr. Slate.
Exactly, Mr. Slate. They had Mr. Shale, Mr. Stonewall, Mr. Granite.
Looking back now, as a kid, you watch and you're like, man, I hope I never get a boss like Mr. Slate. He's so hard on Fred. But honestly, if I watch it now, let's be honest, Fred's just lazy. He's a lazy worker, not the best husband in the world, but we all still love him.
Exactly. What was the Jetsons? Remember that? We didn't talk about them, but what was his boss's name?
Mr. Spacely.
Yeah, Mr. Spacely.
Yeah.
Didn't it seem like Mr. Slate and Mr. Spacely were like...
It was the exact same cartoon almost, just one set in the past and one set in the future.
Yeah.
And they both worked.
So, and
they had a movie where they met. They were the time machine.
Yes.
And the Jetsons and Flintstones met each other. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured you'd have watched that. It was one of the movies you told Betty we're having a movie night tonight. I got a great one you're going to love.
I went and saw them at a movie theater where they actually had the characters people dressed up like Fred.
Oh, that's cool.
Wilma and all of them.
I went as Fred Flintstone for Halloween at
did you
at college one time?
That doesn't.
I was a dead ringer.
Me.
Dead ring. And my buddy Andy Hersey was Barney.
Okay.
So we showut up there together. It was fantastic. But I digress. Go ahead. Yeah. What's the next question?
So you were talking about where Fred worked. Where was his job?
He worked in the quarry, right?
Right. Yeah.
Moving rocks.
Here's the questions: the coal mine, or the answers: the salt mine, the tar pits.
Oh, come on.
I didn't write these trivia questions. What was Fred's pet name?
Oh, Dino.
Yeah, Dino.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spot, Rocky.
No,
it's like,
Dino.
It's got to be.
I think it busted the door in the opening sequence.
Yeah. Yep. What was it? Yabba Dabba Doo. As he slid off the dinosaur.
Yes.
The dinosaur.
Well, he was getting off work for that. That's when he was happiest.
What was the name of the alien? And I'm just going to end there.
Kazoo. Yeah.
Yeah, Kazoo.
He was cool.
Yeah. They actually, we should have done that. Remember the Fred and Barney Dum Dums?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dum Dums? Yes.
No. And that was an amazing thing is Wilma and Betty didn't know there was any.
I know.
I was like, how sad is that?
They were saints to stay with those two guys through all their shenanigans. They were Wilma and Betty were the real stars of that show. They were the rocks.
That's right. They were. What is the Flintstones address? This one actually stumped me.
I don't know. If you give me multiple choice, I'll get it.
It's 47 Shale Avenue, 345 Cavestone Road, 321 Rockwood Drive, and 1 Stone Lane. It sounds like your neighborhood.
I want to say 321.
Nope.
345
Cavestone Road.
Well, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah, I guess there was only a couple scenes in the front of the house where it was on the mailbox.
The mailbox? Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a mailbox like a bird or something? Let them know when they had mail, or am I confusing?
I don't remember.
Maybe
the
it was
mailbox
just a regular
being
mailbox.
A bird.
Okay.
I remember that's what the bird would chisel stuff out on the stone.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
What is the name of the club in which both Barney and Fred belonged?
Was it the Water Buffaloes?
It was. Do you remember the scene you were talking about? Betty and what's his name?
Wilma.
Wilma, thank you.
Yeah.
They wanted
call
to go
yourself
see.
a fan. Come on.
They went and they broke into the water buffaloes to see.
I do
what they
remember
were
this
doing.
one. Yeah.
And they had to do the ack, and then they spanked them with the paddles.
Yeah.
So they had to act like guys.
There's some crazy episodes back then.
Yeah. So here's number 10. What sport did Fred and Barney play?
Bowling.
Yep. And here you talk about celebrities making appearances, right? What celebrity actually? And I do remember this episode. Ooh. What celebrity made a guest appearance on the Flintstones? I mean, they actually, this was the first one because they did a couple after that.
When did they bring in like a play off of Rock Hudson?
That was one. It wasn't Rock. It was. I think that was the kind of the name, but I think it was more like Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra was on there?
I'm pretty sure.
The chairman of the board made an appearance on Flintstones.
He was like Rock Hudson in the name, and he sang and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyway, this was you have the Elizabeth Montgomery.
Wow. Sandy
Duncan.
Wow.
Ann B. Arthur or Barbara Felton. Which one was the first?
I want to say, I thought you were saying they all made appearances.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what? Is it weird? I feel like I remember seeing Sandy Duncan on there.
Oh, no.
I did not. No. Maybe that was a dream. It was a fever dream or something I had. Okay. Elizabeth Montgomery.
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Okay.
Bewitched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was on the show. And here's one. I don't remember this episode, but what kind of instrument does Fred buy for Wilma? It was a tuba, a drum set, a piano, or a violin.
Piano?
He did.
Okay.
He bought her a piano. I just don't remember.
I'm running the guy down. Then he does something nice for his wife here. Okay. I'll stay corrected.
It took like 60 people to bring it in because it was probably made out of concrete.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they didn't have concrete. Who did the voice of Barney Rubble?
I don't know. Do you have multiple choice?
Here's the choice. Mel Blanc, Dick York, Don Messick, or Alan Reed.
Can't get wrong with Mel Blanc.
Okay. Yep. Mel Blanc did it.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nice.
What machine, I knew this one before they even threw the answers out there. What machine did Barney invent in the first season? It was a dishwasher, a camera, a washing machine, or a flying machine.
A flying machine?
It was. He invented the flying machine.
Nice.
I remember that. I think they almost crashed.
I'm sure. Barney and Fred is never going to end well.
Right. This was a funny one too. This was actually good. So after being fired, what kind of job does Fred help Barney get? A carpenter, a zookeeper, a dino walker, or a repo man?
Repo Man seems like it would be the funniest episode. Was it Repo Man?
Yeah, Repo Man.
Okay, yeah, I'd watch that one. Yeah. Can't remember that one, but that would get him in the most trouble. So
it did. It was so funny.
Okay.
So this might be the last one.
All right. I'm gonna finish on a high note.
Maybe.
We'll go all in.
How many children do the Rebels have?
One. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bam,
I don't even
Bam.
have to give you answers for that.
No. We all know Bam Bam.
What's the stuff I wrote over here? Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is actually. What kind of business? That wasn't the last question.
Okay.
What kind of business do Fred and Barney buy? A talent agency, a pawn shop, a diamond mine, or a drive-in restaurant?
Come on. Drive-in restaurant?
It was drive-in restaurant.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I remember when they brought the question up, I was like, I remembered the scene. Remember when they always drove up to the restaurant and they got the rack of ribs and it
flips the car over.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were probably going up to Gig's Barbecue.
That's right. That's the size ribs I want to get at Gig's Barbecue when they open up. And
you got to get they're so big that they just flip your car over.
Yes. Oh man, I can't wait. That's a road trip.
That was in the intro, right? Or was that on?
It was in the intro.
Yeah.
Yep, that was good.
So that was just so cool.
Well, I know we're wrapping up here, but I just got to give one shout out. There's one cartoon character we haven't named.
Okay.
I just feel remiss if we don't. Captain Caveman.
Oh, yes.
How cool was that guy?
Man.
Yeah.
And he could fly.
Hung out with 3 beautiful women all the time. I mean, that guy, he was cool.
His superpower was flying with his club.
Yeah, he would like wind it up, spin it, and we just take off.
Yeah, I think that's where Thor got his.
Again, everything comes back to Saturday. There was nothing new under the sun. It was all originated back Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, Thor spinning his hammer and flying away.
Yeah. He's just a poor man's Captain Caveman.
All right, folks, we're wrapping up. We really appreciate everybody listening. Whether you're here in the States or whether you're abroad, we are actually thrilled to have people listening, whether you've listened once, or twice, or 30 seconds,
or thrice,
or thrice. So, Jay, what's our next topic going to be?
We haven't discussed it yet, so I'll tell you what. I got some ideas. I know, Rich, you have some ideas. Why don't we put it out there? If you follow Rich or I on social media, thank you. Let us know what you want us to talk about next.
Yeah.
If you don't follow us on social media, start following us. We once in a blue moon, we have something worthwhile, something funny, but let us know what you want to hear, and we're all ears, and we just thank you guys for your continued listening and support. We're having a great time, and we were so grateful you all are part of this journey with us.
Yeah, and Jay can be found at JW Foreman with an E, Foreman.
Yep.
And I can be found at Rich Weller. And anyway, thanks, guys. We'll see you next episode. We are out.